Welcome back to episode 2 of our series on external communication and branding. In the last episode, we explored the fundamentals, what external communication is, why it matters, and how branding shapes perception.
And today, we are diving into a critical next step, developing a strategic brand voice and messaging framework. This is where the rubber meets the road. How do you sound like your brand across everything you say?
Exactly, Lily. A brand's voice is its personality expressed in words. It's how your brand sounds in writing, speech, and even tone on customer support chats. It's the difference between sounding warm or clinical, witty or formal.
So, voice is to communication what personality is to a person?
Beautifully put. Just like individuals, brands can have distinct personalities. Some are bold and rebellious, others empathetic and nurturing. The key is be consistent and authentic.
Where should someone start if they want to define their brand voice?
Step 1 is clarity on your brand purpose and values. Why do you exist? What do you stand for? If your brand values collaboration, your voice may sound inclusive. If you value innovation, your tone might be forward-thinking and confident.
That's an excellent point. So, brand voice should be a reflection of internal identity, not a marketing gimmick.
Precisely. Once values are clear, step 2 is audience understanding. Who are you talking to? A Gen Z audience will expect a very different tone than a board of directors or public sector partners.
Let's give a practical example. Suppose you're a mental health startup targeting young adults. How might your brand voice sound?
Great example. You might choose a voice that is empathetic, non-judgmental, and conversational. Think short, friendly sentences, phrases like, "We hear you, you're not alone."
And now imagine the same company communicating with government regulators or investors.
You'd shift the tone to be more formal and data-driven. Our solution has improved mental wellness outcomes by 42% among youth within 6 months. Same brand, but tailored messaging.
This brings us to tone versus voice. Could you explain the difference?
Certainly. Voice is constant. It's the personality. Tone adapts based on context. You can maintain the same voice while adjusting tone for a press release, a tweet, or a customer apology.
I love that distinction. So once we've clarified brand values and audience, what comes next?
Step 3 is creating a brand voice chart. It's a simple but powerful tool. Here's how it works. Choose 3 to 4 adjectives to describe your voice. Define what each means. Give examples of do's and don'ts for each.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Let's say one of your adjectives is confident. Definition: we sound self-assured and decisive. Do: use active language. We deliver results. Don't: avoid uncertain phrases like we think or we hope.
That's fantastic. This gives the whole team a reference point when creating content or communicating externally.
Yes, and over time, it trains the organization to speak with one voice. It builds recognition and trust.
What about messaging? How do you go from voice to crafting strategic messages?
Good question. Once voice is in place, you build a messaging framework. This includes your core brand message, your unique value proposition, supporting messages, benefits, differentiators, proof points, key phrases or taglines, repeatable language that reinforce identity.
So for a sustainable fashion brand, the core message could be style with a conscience. And supporting messages might include things like ethical sourcing, fair labor, and circular design.
Exactly. And each message should be tailored for different channels: press, website, social media, investor pitch, etc., while staying rooted in the same framework.
That makes your external communication scalable. You're not reinventing the wheel every time someone needs to write a blog post or a sales deck.
That's the whole idea. Consistency with flexibility. A framework empowers teams to communicate efficiently without losing authenticity.
I want to talk about pitfalls for a moment. What happens when there's no voice or framework?
It leads to confusion. Teams write in different styles, customers don't know what to expect, worse, you sound generic. In today's noisy world, sameness is invisibility.
That's powerful. The opposite of branding is blending in.
And that's why this work, defining your brand voice and message, is not a creative luxury, it's a strategic necessity.
Before we wrap up, should we leave our listeners with an exercise?
Yes, here's a simple one. Choose 3 adjectives that define your ideal brand voice, then write a sample tweet or customer email in that voice. Does it feel aligned? Share it with your team and get feedback.
And if you don't have a messaging framework yet, start by writing your core brand promise in one sentence. Ask yourself, does it clearly explain what value you offer and to whom?
That's it for episode 2. In our next session, we'll explore visual branding and the role of design in communication.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you, Lily. And remember, your brand voice is your handshake to the world. Make it intentional and memorable. If you found this episode of Corporate Communication useful, don't forget to join leadershipacademy.tagbizsutra.com. Do share it with your friends and colleagues and leave your review. Until next time, communicate with clarity, consistency, and character.